everybody. I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. We have the Montreal Canadiens in Arizona. First game of a 7-game road trip. I think it's 7 games. Taking on the Arizona Coyotes. It's our first look at Mullet Arena, 5,000-seat Mullet Arena. We're gonna get our first look, and is it going to be a rematch between Arbor Jacki and Zach Kassian? We're going to find that out as well. So I will have a preview of this game for you guys. I'll have the lineups. There are some changes to the lineup. I've got some game day news. And I've got this. So it's called the Guess the Score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, and you can pick that guy from either team, you win a cash prize if you're the first one to pick that. So the first one to make a guess, if there's multiple winners, obviously, will get the prize. So you got to make this guess in the chat. Can't make it in the comments, and you can't go into the hangout during the game to make the pick. It is too late by then. So good luck to everybody who does make a guess. I'll give you mine. I'll give you mine right now. Why not? I'll give you mine right now before we go and see who's here. I'm going to go with surprising, I think, for maybe a lot of people think, but there's a couple of reasons. I hope I remember them, and I'll get to them in the preview of why I'm doing this. I'm going 4-3 Coyotes, and I'm going to take I'm also calling it for overtime. These two teams are really closely statistically matched. And I'm going to take the first goal. I'm going to take it for a Richard, and it's not because my first name is Richard, but they called up, and we'll go with the first piece here as well. They have sent Rem Pitlick back to the Laval Rocket, and they call up forward Anthony Richard. He's a 25-year-old center. Now, he's 5'11". I thought this kid was 5'7". I think I'm mixing him up with somebody else. That's what my negative, I'm going to get to that in a sec, was about him. He's 5'11", 183 pounds. This season with Laval, in 27 games, he's got 18 goals, 13 assists for 31 points. Now, I got to say this, and I don't know if he's here now, but hopefully he'll see this. I want to apologize to Born to be a Hab, because he asked me about this exact thing the night before, because they called him up yesterday. So the night before, and I kind of wasn't really, I think I was a little rude to him about it. I kind of did apologize in the chat, but I want to do it again and say that I got this totally wrong. And we'll listen to him a little bit more, because he asks me a lot of times about stuff, and I think it's kind of ridiculous. And then guess what happens? It happens. So I think Born to be a Hab might be, I don't know, might know more than we think. And so tip of my hat to you. And I want to say sorry that I didn't consider what you had asked me properly. And I will do my best to not make that mistake again. All right. Don't know where I was from there. So, yeah, I forgot. I sidetracked. I don't know where it was. So, yeah, we'll let me go see who's here in the room, and that'll get me off the hook here. Habs Guru has 5-2 Habs, with Chikrin getting the first goal. AW, he sees it kind of like I do as far as the Richard guy getting the first goal. He's got it 3-0 Habs. Dana, hey Dana, don't know where I was going there. Guru, I think Kassian mouths off but doesn't drop the gloves. Yeah, probably, and maybe not even mouths off, to be honest with you. So we'll see. Hey Thomas, how you doing? 4-3 Montreal. Caulfield for his goal. Bad comrade. Looking forward to seeing Richard out there, still playing at the age of what, 100? Amazing. No, but you know what's cool though, having the Richard name again in the lineup. I don't know if he's a relation at all, or like, I don't know, but just the name is pretty cool. Yeah, Richard goal would be perfect. Hey Sufka, how you doing, buddy? Stan the man. Good evening, Rick. 4-3 Habs. A Slav with the first goal. Always assume the person you're arguing with may know something you don't. It's a good point, right? And I thought it was kind of ridiculous. And like I said, though, to my defense, I really had this kid confused with somebody else. I don't know who. There was somebody in the development camp, the rookie camp, that he was small, he was really talented, and I thought that's who that was. So to see that he's 5'11", either there's a mistake on Hockey TV or he's 5'11", and I got the wrong guy. So, but you're right. You're right about that point. Dana has 3-2 Habs. Drouin with the first. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's late. I'm tired, but I'm getting the second wind. We have snow. Yes, we have snow. It's weird, though. Okay, so we had no snow. We had a little bit earlier in the year, and then it went away, right? So we had no snow. Then we got like 20 centimeters of snow, which is 8 to 10 inches of snow. Although you're in Europe, so you understand. And where is it going with that? Okay, so but now we are the 19th. So in 4 days, we're supposed to have +8 and rain, and then the next day -6 and snow. So the 2 days before Christmas and then the day before Christmas. So I don't know what we're going to get here, but right now we got snow. And that was the last thing. And I was going to go to something and I forgot what I was going to go to. Let's go to some game day news. How's that? And it's god awful time to be doing a game. It's unfortunate, but we got to do the games as they come up. I guess. Okay. I want to say this for my hockey pools. Looking for new managers for at least one team in each pool, as they're not at all taking care of their team. And it's just, it's not fair to everybody that's in there. So if anybody does want to take over a team, email me. Email's in the description. Let me know, and I'll get back to you on that, because I want to. There's at least one in each that I think I have to change. NHL roster freeze goes into effect tonight at 11:59. It's probably why you saw there were 3 moves today, minor ones, made. Toronto made a deal with Colorado, and there was a 3-way deal. I don't remember the teams exactly. So they won't be able to make any moves. That's waiving, cutting, cut play, trading, right through 12:01 a.m. on December 28th. So it's for the holidays. So that's in. My words aren't coming. Mike Matheson, and I wrote here Matherson. Okay. Mike Matheson. I don't know who that is, but he's out indefinitely. Mike Matheson's out indefinitely. So I saw something somewhere. It might have been Montreal Hockey Now, which is not reliable for a couple of reasons that I won't get into here. They said something about Pitlick sitting in the press box tonight. So I'm just wondering if Matheson being on the injured list right now, if that meant that they didn't actually send Pitlick to Laval and end up keeping him here. I don't know. I don't have a word on that, but he's not in the game tonight. All right. Trap game tonight. Again, this could be a trap game. Montreal, I guess us coming in here, and if you go by the record, looks like Montreal should win. But they're very evenly matched. We're going to get to that in the preview. You're going to see. And I just wonder if it's a trap game, because we beat them 6-2 earlier in the season in Montreal, and we'll see if they get their revenge. Ex-Hab goalie Andrew Hamburglar Hammond, who was here last year for a brief period of time, announced his retirement today. So he's retiring. I forgot to go look up his record. I wanted to do that and give you his stats. I don't have it. But the Hamburglar is retired. Last piece I got here for this: Habs will start the road trip with 6 defense tonight. So that's in Arizona. They've only got 6D with them. And you got to figure on a 7-game road trip, that's probably not sustainable. So could we see a Justin Barron call up? Perhaps a Nick Bowden call up? Or, now I don't know the truth of this one either, because I saw this David Savard is either day-to-day and been moved up, or he's been put on the IR. And I don't know which one it is. So if he's day-to-day, they're probably hoping that he'll be in the lineup anytime now. Or we're probably going to see a call-up, because I don't think you want to go on a 7-game road trip with just 6 defensemen. And I think that's it for that's game day news. Let's get back to you guys. Where was I? Yes, I saw that. Oh, I just noticed Dana had Drouin for the first goal. I mean, he definitely needs one. Yeah, I went through that. Okay, Stan says he'll get some flack for this comment. I think the Habs should put Armia on waivers. If he clears, send him to Laval to get his confidence back. I have only one actual comment on that, and it's this. The Habs first, yo, well, the hockey gods did say you've got all of the tools in your bag to be great. Some games when you play, earning your keep. You come so close that you make us all weep. Yo, well, yo, well, yo, well, yo, well. You shine on the PK, that's where you do well. I think some glass in my kitchen just broke. I'm not sure, but geez. Yeah, so let me just drop that and go back to comments so I remember what was said. Yeah, so I just happen to have that loaded up, by the way. I knew somebody would ask about Armia. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that, to be honest with you. I'm sure they're hoping that he starts. Maybe they think he'll get a goal and the floodgates will open up. They'll score some points and then they can move him. I don't know. I don't know. What's my opinion of Pitlick? Seems a bit stuck up based on a video of team interaction off the ice. Don't know anything about him, so not gonna call a guy stuck up when I don't know him. Guru says -30 and colder in northern BC this week. Yes, I know that. My buddy's in I guess the southern part. I don't know. He's in Kelowna, and I know it was getting cold this week there. Jackson, hey Jackson. Drouin scores first. He's got to score sometime. Yeah, well, doesn't mean he's going to score first. Matheson turning out to be a Band-Aid. I know this is it's a lower body injury this time. So it's not the same thing that kept him out at the beginning of the season because that was an upper body. It has to do with he missed 4 games and they were undisclosed. That's what the injury was. So it must have to do with that. So now we know it's lower body. But I don't get what's going on with him, but it's, you know what, if it's going to happen, this isn't a bad year for it, but I hope that's not his whole career here. Hey Doug, how you doing? Anderson with the first, but that's okay, which is cool. But 2 people now gave me goal scorers, but didn't give me goals like scores. So, and then he does down there. Habs 3-1. Okay, gotcha. Hey Ronnie, how you doing? Habs ought to be able to win big time versus the Coyotes. Scores 5-2 Montreal. And brace yourself, Drouin will score a goal. Seems like a lot of people think Drouin's going to score a goal tonight. I'm with a bad comrade. He says Drouin ain't scoring. I don't see it. Jackson also gives me 6-2 Habs with Drouin. Danny Tabernac, how you doing, man? Steve, hey, Chicago Steve's in the room. Hey, Chicago Steve, any idea how many top quality first round picks are available in the 2023 draft? I think we currently hold pick 9 and 14. I don't know. What do you mean by available? Like, from what I understand, it depends where you, like earlier I heard there's like 20 really good picks. Now I don't know. It's best to wait till we get closer. I think there's changes happening in the early season predictions to now, which always happens. So I don't know. I don't start really following it too closely till we get closer to the end of the season or at the end of the season. Andrew Hammond stats: 31 wins, 20 losses, 7 ties, 257 goals against, and 4 shutouts. There you go. Thanks, Guru. Appreciate that. Huzu, hey Huzu. I've seen something hilarious. At first, I was mad. There was a post about Quebec's place in today's Canada, hockey-wise, and half the comments were ultra racist, which is, I mean, what did you expect? But then, we gotta wait for that one. Let's see. Kelowna is in Kelowna Central. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Ronnie. And I agree with bad comrade, Quebecois, not a race. It's and not a nation either. And the recognition of it being a nation is a bullshit recognition. Whatever you want to. The word's not coming. That's my opinion. So, nothing to do with racism. Pump the brakes. I don't know what. Do we get to what the whole point is, though? Anything. If you're talking about comments from around Canada about Quebec, it's going to be a lot of shit. You know, some of it justified, some of it not. But Quebec's not a nation. I said that because it's not. And the way they got it in the Constitution now, it was a bullshit way. And I don't recognize it personally. So, sorry. Should we not have gotten to that? Let's go to the preview because that'll hopefully change the mood. All right, let's do the preview because I need to get out of politics. Montreal, 14, 15, and 2 are in Arizona to take on the 10, 15, and 4 Coyotes. Now, I saw their record as 9, 20, and 3 as well, but I think it's 10, 15, and 4. That's their actual record. How to watch the game tonight. 10 p.m. Eastern start, 7 p.m. Pacific. Here in Canada, TSN2 in English, RDS in French, and over there in their region, Bally Sports Arizona X. And they have 2 more X's, and you know what kind of hockey you're going to see. Previous matchup, like I said, we beat them 6-2 here October 20th. So that was a good night. Last 10 record, both teams 3-6-1. For Montreal, 3-game losing streak. For Arizona, they've lost their last game. Home and away record. Montreal's away, so 7-6-2 away from home, and the Coyotes 4-3-1 at home. It means they haven't played a lot of games at home yet. So imagine they're gonna have a lot of games. Gonna have a month with like all home games, I guess. I don't know if that's because of the stadium wasn't finished at the beginning of the year or whatever. The arena, not a stadium. Tail of the tape. Chances scoring, by the way, that's why this, if you're looking, it's crossed out because they're the ones that had 9, 20, and 3. That's wrong. I don't know where they got it from. Scoring chances for percentage, 45.8%, 28th. And I just realized that when I show you what's, you can't see my cursor. So I just realized that. It's 41% for Coyotes, 31st. And even in that, it's a bit of a difference. They're not that far apart in the league. Goals per game, 2.74 for Montreal, 28th, and 2.79 for the Coyotes, 26th. Virtually the same. Goals against per game, 3.55 for Montreal, 25th, 3.66 for the Coyotes, 28th. Virtually the same. Power play percentage, this is different. 14% for Montreal, they're last in the league, and 20% for the Coyotes, so they have a decent to good power play, 22nd in the league. PK percentage, 79% for Montreal, 16th. 76.6 for Arizona, 20th. Not that big a difference. I mean, close enough, right? Head-to-head record this year, obviously, it's 1-0-0 for Montreal, 0-1-0 for them. So they're kind of close, right, in a lot of the stats. Face-off percentage, Montreal, 51.2%, 12th in the league, and 46% for Coyotes, 28th in the league. Shots on goal allowed and per game, or 4 and allowed, let's put it that way. Shots on goal per game, that's 4. 28.8 for Montreal, 24 for the Coyotes. And allowed per game, 32.8 for Montreal and 35.3 for the Coyotes. So, close. Okay, players to watch, last 5 games. Points. Harris for Montreal with 3. Keller for Arizona. I just took that away with 7. Goals. Caulfield for Montreal, 3, and Keller for Arizona, 5. Assists, Harris for Montreal with 3, Schmaltz for Arizona with 6. Now, I always laugh when I see the name Schmaltz because that's a Jewish thing, and Schmaltz is chicken fat and onions, and you like cook it all up and you use it to put in like for you non-Jews it would be like for mashed potatoes. And I always see his name Schmaltz, and I go, he must be a Jew, but I don't know if he is. Weird sidetrack. Plus minus, Dadonov with a +1 for Montreal, and Schmaltz again with a +4. Goalies tonight. It's surprising to me is Jake Allen with the in nets. 9, 12, and 0, 333 goals against, 897 save percentage. I just thought this was a perfect game for Monty. I don't know. So, but I guess they didn't agree with that. On the other side, it'll be Vejmelka. I don't know how you pronounce it all of a sudden tonight. 9, 8, and 3, 311 goals against, 911 save percentage, and he's got 2 shutouts. The only goalie on the board there with shutouts. This is the team leaders for goals. Cole Caulfield with 18 and Lawson Cruz with 13 for Arizona. For points, Suzuki with 31 and Keller with 29 for Arizona. Matheson leading Montreal time on ice, 24-14, is that what it says? And J.J. Moser for Arizona, 22-21. They think highly of him because they don't have a picture of him. The wins, Allen with 9, and the other goalie there, Carl, however you pronounce that, with 9. And they don't like him either because there's no picture. That's what that means. Probably doesn't, but why not? Bottom 10 in the league. So as you can see, Montreal has now entered the bottom 10. We've entered the bottom 10. You fans can now enjoy our wins. They've entered the bottom 10. I don't think they're going to get out of there at any point for the rest of the season, in my opinion. So from 10, I guess from 10 down to the end of the bottom of the league. My words aren't coming tonight. Ottawa, Montreal, Vancouver, Nashville, Philadelphia, San Jose, Arizona, Columbus, Anaheim, and bringing up the rear, Chicago. And I don't think anyone's surprised that it's Chicago's on the bottom. Arizona scoring top 5. Clayton Keller leads them, 12 goals, 17 assists, 29 points. Shane Gostisbehere, I think he had a couple of bad seasons there with Philadelphia. After I talked him up for Montreal, should be after him, and he's doing well this year. 8 goals, 15 assists, 23 points. Matthias Maccelli, 2 goals, 19 assists, 21 points, and Lawson Krause, 13 goals, 3 assists, 16 points, and the aforementioned Moser, 3 goals, 12 assists, 15 points for Montreal. Top 5. Suzuki, 15 goals, 16 assists, 31 points. Caulfield stuck at 18 goals, 9 assists, 27 points for a game or two. Kirby Dach, 5 goals, 16 assists, 21 points. Monahan still out, 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. And Dvorak, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points. The lineup for Coyotes tonight, Boyd centering Keller and Schmaltz. Bukestad in between Maccelli and Krause. McBain centering Ritchie and Fisher. And then they're short. I think they're short forward. He's injured there. I see him on the bottom there. I guess not carrying any extra, kind of like Montreal went through recently. So you got Barrett Hayton and Zach Cassian needing a winger. And for defense, you got Chychrun and Gostisbehere, Moser and Brown, Nemeth and Stetcher. And then they're carrying the extra defenseman, Valimaki. And you see the goalie is Vejmelka. And there you go. That's theirs. And ours. Suzuki, Caulfield, Anderson, unchanged. Dach, Slavkovsky, Drouin, unchanged. Dvorak, Hoffman, Dadonov, I think unchanged from last one. Then you got Evans, and then Anthony Richard will be on the wing there with Armia on the other side. You know, I don't necessarily agree with this. They want this kid to come up and show them something. And you got Drouin on the wing on the second line. I don't know. I say put him to the fourth line. Put Richard in there. Give the kid an opportunity to show something. He can, shift Slavkovsky over to the right. Put Richard, I think he's a left winger, on the wing, and show us something. Oh, he's a center. Did I say he's a center? Let me look. Oh, he's a center. Ah. So yeah, throw him on the right side on the second line. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments when I eventually get to them. Weidman. No, I don't think that's listed right. It's Edmondson Gooley's going to be first pair, Jacki Kovacevic second pair, and then Weidman and Harris third pair. Allen is starting, and then you can see Matheson lower body, and they still have Savard their upper body. I don't know if Savard's day to day or what. I'm going to get out of here. That's your preview. There you go. Don't know what's wrong with me tonight, but something definitely wrong with me tonight. Okay. Where was I? No more politics. I see Subi is going to be honored next Preds versus Habs game. Oh, that makes sense, though. That makes a lot of sense. Well, I just want to say I'm not going to listen. First of all, racism would mean in between different races. So, yeah, that's why it's not racist. It's prejudice, maybe, but not racism. What's Nick Gravy mean? I don't know what Nick Gravy is. Hey, Newfie Joe, it's been a while. How you doing? Merry Christmas, buddy. Good to see you in here. Hope all's well. And perfect timing to change the mood in the room. What else I got for you guys? Oh, so I've been on Twitter. I've been putting my little Christmas videos onto posts by the Habs or writers that are writing about doing a story about the Habs. So something really nice came out of it, and I don't know if it's this guy himself or just a member of his whoever works for him. But Knuckles Nyland, oh come up, Knuckles Nyland liked Silent Night. He had Arbor on his podcast, so they were showing a piece from it. So I put that there, or they were showing something about it from his podcast. And I don't know if it's Knuckles liked it or not, but I'm going to imagine it was Knuckles actually watched it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And that's all I got for you guys. How we doing in time? And if you're liking this guy here, not making any sense at all tonight, but if it made any sense to you tonight, please give a thumbs up. And yeah, that's and talk to me in the chat. And that's where we're going. Schmaltz gravy. No, it's not really gravy. It's not gravy, but it's fat. It's chicken fat with onions. And you fry it up. And then you use that in things. It's not gravy, though. I never heard of a fat gravy. Because that's what it would be. Ugh. Yeah. It's perfect in, I'll tell you the dish I like it in. And then you'll see, you got to go look it up. If I can remember what it's called now. Yeah. Shit, I can't remember what it's called. Something with bow ties. What's the name of that stuff? Oh, damn it. I can't think of the name of it. Something in bow ties. Well, I don't know. Bad Comrade, he must have a crew that works. Like, I don't know if someone in the crew saw it or if Nyland himself did, but I want to believe Nyland did. And yeah. He's the only one of all the things. People liked it, but none of the people that I wanted to have like it, none of them liked it. So I was hoping it would get to the players themselves. But it didn't. Or if it did, they looked at it and went, who is this guy with no voice putting a music video out? What's wrong with this person? Oh my God, Bad Comrade, do you want to put ice cream on chicken fat? Or I don't think I want your taste for food. Habs win in a college arena. I'm going to go. You're going to go. You're going to see the arena in February just to experience the atmosphere. Why are you going to be there in February? Guru, I don't know if Nyland's watching my content. I put it as a comment on his tweet of just showing a video or something with Arbor. I guess a piece from that podcast. So it's not that he's coming to watch mine. It's probably the first thing he saw from me, but I want to think he saw it. He's gonna hit me up in the DMs asking me for the album. Where can I buy that album? All right, so we got right about 10 minutes. I can run a little over if I have to tonight. It's late, as obviously I fed my animal already. My animal. That's not nice to call my dog my animal. She's an animal. But Bob, I missed it. Don't ask me. I'm not going to make it up tonight. I totally missed it. I'm a little screwed up tonight, so it's not happening. But hey, Bob, welcome in. I'm sorry. I apologize. God. I know when I'm not going to do it, and then I somehow know to make the decision to do it. If I haven't made that decision quickly, then it's over. I've learned that. I do apologize, though. I'm a little screwed up tonight. Stand the man asks, do I think that the Habs will be making any trades between after the Christmas break, which after the, what is it called? The roster freeze, and up until the trade deadline? I do. I don't know when. I don't know exactly who, but I kind of do. I hope. Bad Comrade says I could see Nyland being pretty interactive with his channel. I take it as him liking it. Oh no, it's not that I'm not saying that he isn't, but you never know. Maybe it's just one of the crew or the producer. Like I don't know how his setup is. I don't. It's clear he has at least one or two people working with him. It could be his co-host. Was it Tim Stapleton? Could be him. There you go, Bob. That's my theory on it. I'll ask away if I know, I'll tell you. And everybody else, hey, I've got like another 8-10 minutes. Ask anything you want. If I don't know, I might make something up, or I won't. One of the two. And if I do know, I'll tell you what I know. You won't have to beat it out of me, I promise, unless you're a woman. I just say that? No. But I'll just sit here and wait for people to ask me questions. How's that? Make it really boring. Anyways, right now I'm just saying things off the top of my head. So they may not be intelligent. Lotto Max numbers for Friday. I believe there will be 6 of them. And as far as what I know about Lotto Max, they will be between the numbers 1 and 49. That's my prediction. Do I think the Habs should get rid of Alex Burrows? I don't know that, but I do know there should be questions about what's going on with the power play. That's for sure. So, I mean, yeah, something's got to be done. You know, I was reading something, and it's from Montreal Hockey Now, who's not my favorite place, but I think it was a good article, which they do sometimes, about Gooley getting a shot as the power play quarterback. He's been running a power play for, he said, like 2-3 years. I don't know why they're not giving Gooley a shot on the power play. Probably because he's got a lot to do for a rookie and all that, and they don't want to increase his workload, but I don't know. I might give it a try. Bob says, in 20 or 30 years, do you see a time when Montreal's players are wearing triple-digit numbers on sweaters? Well, this is why I have a solution for this. This is why I have a solution. I already have this, and that is honoring the number or the sweater, right? So honoring the guy's sweater with his number, but it's more about honoring the name and not necessarily the number, right? So the guy's name and number can go up in the rafter, but the number doesn't have to be taken out of circulation anymore. So honoring, I think that will keep, because you're right. I mean, at some point down the road, they're going to be using triple digits. So, yeah. And besides, it'll allow them to at least keep the single digit numbers they do have still and the low numbers that they have. So, yeah, I've done a video on this, maybe even 2 videos on this with that theory. Is anybody in the NHL listening to me or on the Habs listening to me? No, they are not. Would be good to trade Drew or Dadonov, of course, but no one wants to trade for them underachievers. Well, of course, that's why they're in the lineup. Listen, that's why they're in the lineup to get, that's really what it is. So I guess really putting Drew out on the 4th line kind of defeats that purpose, I get it, but Bob says, Rick, Lotomax is the old Super 7. Yeah, I don't know anything about I don't play the lotto, so I know nothing about it. So there you go. Don't listen to Rick. That's what you should have learned from this. All right. A fascinating dilemma that Bob came across today. I'm very interested. I hope I can help. Hey, Eric, how you doing? Do I think we will win a game on this road trip? Tonight is probably the best bet, I would think. I know they're in Florida. Yeah, I mean, this is are they in Nashville? No, they're playing Nashville at the last game of this trip, so that could be one because Nashville not playing great right now. I think tonight's probably their best chance, and I just have a feeling that it's a trap game. So, no, I don't know. Should get Gerard Gallant, but Gerard Gallant does not speak French. Can't be the coach. It's clear. I mean, I don't agree with that, but it's clear. And besides, we're not touching Marty St. Louis. He's going to be here a long time, and I don't want any other coach right now. I have no problem with Marty. I don't know why anybody would. Would I choose? No, Rick, would you choose? Okay, wait. No weed till the end of your life? No. But Habs will win many cups or future, or Habs will never win a cup again, but you can keep smoking weed. Oh, well, obviously, you don't even have to think about that listen, I think you guys know the answer to that. You don't need me to say that it's the latter of the two. Sorry. Love my Habs, but the Habs promoted Anthony Richard. Yes. Yes. Oh, no. No, listen. There are some numbers that I think could get unretired and honored, and there's some numbers that you don't touch. And number 9 is one you don't touch. No. Who is beating Edmonton? Who is they? They could mean a lot of things. Hey, Scorchy, how you doing? Got to beat Florida. Oh, is it us? Are we playing Edmonton? I don't think we're playing Edmonton. Got to beat Florida and push them down in the standings. I think that'll work out on there. So I don't think there's a problem there. It looks like, I don't know. We'll see when we get into the really, when it becomes like it's playoff time already the last couple of months, and that's when we're going to see what they're made of. Perhaps Anthony Richard can wear number 16. I believe he wears number 90 for Montreal now, because that's what I saw. A picture I got of him. That's what number he was wearing. Gallant for assistant again. Oh, you meant for power play? Okay with that, yeah. Will Rocket Richard get a point tonight? No, he will not, and you can take that to the bank. You can take that to the bank. Sofka? Nah, fuck that. Oh, did I swear? Nah, in this case, I'm thinking only of myself. Sorry. Scorchy says, Nationals beating Edmonton tonight. Yeah, I know, but they're like, I know they're below Montreal in the standings, right? They're on the bottom end, so. I don't know. I was expecting Nashville to be better, and I was just talking with my buddy in BC today about it. Something along this lines of this topic. And I think that Nashville is one of those teams that could probably pass them by the end of the season. But we were looking at the list, and I don't know who's going to pass them for them to drop farther down. It's going to be tough. Yeah, Safka, sometimes you got to know when to be. How did I hear it put? You have to know when to be cruel and enjoy it. And there you go. Yeah, no, I get that it's a power play coach now, David. I appreciate that. Bob says, I had the distinct pleasure of reminding, by the way, what time? Oh, I got to go soon. Of reminding that Doofus, who suggested giving a Rockets 9 to Anthony, he wasn't interested in the accomplishments of Maurice after I told him he won 8 cups for Montreal. I mean, besides that, it's a retired number. You don't give out retired numbers. That's just how it is. So. And yeah, I mean, how like you'd be dissing the Rocket like completely. So no. How about Danfus for a power play coach? See, I don't know, and it doesn't seem to matter here in Montreal. But I don't know. First of all, one, is Vinny interested in doing that, and has he ever coached before? I don't know. I don't think so. But I'm probably wrong on the not coaching. He's probably coached somewhere. Oh, Bob, yeah, you can't stop with just the 8 cups. He did so much for this team. But listen, it's like, there's a few numbers like that, right? You're not going to change. For me, number 10 doesn't get changed. You probably don't change number 7. There's a few numbers that are there. They're entrenched. I wouldn't change them, and I probably wouldn't change any of the actual retired numbers. But going forward, there's no need to retire a number anymore. Honor the guy. His name and his sweater to all be up in the rafters, but the number can still be used. And I think for the whole league, I mean, to me, it makes sense. Because, I don't know how many years down the road, but yeah, the numbers will be ridiculous. We won't be around for that, so it won't really matter, but. Bad comment. I think you're right about here. I've heard that before from Vinny, so I doubt he's going to be out there coaching any team. Theoretically, he could wear number 09. No, he couldn't, because 09 would be number 9. Nobody's stupid to not know that. So, on that note, I'm going to take off because, I got to get ready for the next one. I'll finish this first. No. All right, so I'm going to be back in now, just like 16 minutes for the actual game. I hope you guys will return. I had a lot of fun. Hope I wasn't too crazy or didn't say anything like too stupid. So just thanks everybody for being here. I do appreciate it, and we'll catch you in 15 minutes now. So until then, stay safe. Peace out. Yeah, you gotta do that. Peace out. And see you then. Ciao, everybody. I'll see you in about 15 minutes. Bye. Oh, Bob got his guess in just in time. Just in time, Bob. Because the contest is closed off as of this second. Ciao, everybody. See you in a bit.